by unanimous decision in her semi-final. Got a bronze medal in this competition in Bulgaria last year. She's won national titles. She's a good fighter, good boxer, has got a bit of power. Van der Zanden tried to rush her really and climb all over it, but CHERNENKO had too much about her to allow that to happen. And Dilan Balakkiz had a similar kind of fight actually against Alexandra Brasea of Romania. But the referee stopped the contest eventually in the third round because Balakkiz was doling out a bit too much punishment. She's coming now into the blue corner. She's got good basics, throws a 1-2 a lot. Keeps it pretty simple. Not very experienced at this kind of level in international competition. We'll be giving away some height to CHERNENKO.
Referee, Finland, judges, Estonia, Romania, Poland, Italy, Russia.
So this is our final fight of the afternoon session here in Tbilisi, Georgia. That's CHERNENKO. So far our gold medals have gone to Russia, of course, 10 of them. 1 to Cyprus, 1 to Romania. Ukraine would dearly love to get on the board here, as would Turkey, of course. But Ukraine have found themselves in some losing finals so far.
Yeah, both nations were very well represented as well in the semi-finals on Friday, and just a lot of those semi-finals didn't fall correctly for them. So an opportunity for one of these two nations to get off the mark with the gold category.
So here we go, CHERNENKO of Ukraine in the red corner, Balakkiz of Turkey in the blue. This is the final in the women's heavyweight division. Kind of prowls to the middle of the ring there, Balakkiz. Immediately you see what she's trying to do. She's got that high guard up there, and she's going to look to try and walk CHERNENKO down, get close enough, and then let her own hands go. CHERNENKO has got to keep her off. She's got to have the dig on her, the boxing ability on her to stop her doing that. Balakkiz gets close there and does get through with a couple. Up until that point, some pretty heavy looking shots had thundered mainly into the gloves, into the forearms. She's doing this the hard way, Balakkiz. She's chosen the tough route here. Rather than try and move her head on the way in, she's just looking to try and use that guard. Good right hand there from both of them actually, and there was a right to the body there too from CHERNENKO, and it's that simple an equation really. Can CHERNENKO keep the punch output up and punch strongly enough to keep Balakkiz off her? Right hand gets through the guard there nicely. Balakkiz though gets a little bit closer, and when she does, she sets those feet wide and just looks to swing in the shots from all angles.
The early power from the Ukrainian CHERNENKO was just slightly dissipated in the last 30 seconds or so. As you mentioned, she has thrown a lot of punches already, and Balakkiz has been able to bear the brunt of quite a few of them, although a few now are starting to get through that guard as well.
It's an interesting one, this, it really is, because CHERNENKO's done enough to win this round. She's thrown a lot of punches and enough of them have got through, and Balakkiz, as you say, is beginning to blow a little bit towards the end, but this will have taken something out of CHERNENKO's tank as well. If she gets a round win here, which she surely should, then this will have taken some gas out of the tank, and this will become really a battle of stamina through rounds 2 and 3. But Balakkiz is feeling that one as well as she goes back to her corner. CHERNENKO gets it 10-9 with all 5 of the judges, and we'll just have to see who recovers best basically between rounds here, because there were signs, as you said, in the second half of that round that the pop was going off those punches of CHERNENKO, but then in the last 20 seconds you could see the steam rising off Balakkiz too, so she needs a second round now.
Yeah, the strength of that guard just started. As I say, that there were a few more gaps, and the punches, even though they lacked a little bit of that weight from the opening exchanges, you see there the Ukrainian with some excellent blows in those first 15-20 seconds or so of the round. But as it wore on, she did seem to lose a little bit of her drive, but as that defense in the last 10 seconds started to slip through, it feels relatively even though it's been taken on a 10-9, because you're not really sure how the rest of it's going to go.
Big puff of breath there from Balakkiz as she comes out for the start of the second round, and CHERNENKO again just moving, boxing off the back foot almost all of the time. She did go down to the body a bit in that first round, and I think that's not a bad plan for CHERNENKO, because with Balakkiz walking in with that high guard, as you see there, the body is quite exposed, although there's not that much of it due to the kind of way that she's built. There's not that much of it to hit. Balakkiz again just prowling forward. But this is hard work. This is heavy work for both of these two. Just looking to try and turn that right hand over a little bit there, CHERNENKO. Again, leans into that one a little bit more. Balakkiz hasn't really been able to get much done in this round so far. She's continued to walk forward, but there's a tired, laboured look about her. She's got to have enough energy to throw when she gets close enough. At the minute, getting close is seeing her take plenty of punches, but then when she does get there, she's not really able to do too much.
Yeah, she's got no power and no gas left in the tank when she gets a chance to fling a shot, and so they're slightly slower, and it's fairly easy for the Ukrainians to step away a little bit more, although that's a lovely couple of right hands there. Although one of them was caught with the forearm, I think.
Well, that was her best combination, her best passage of the round up until that point, but this is a CHERNENKO round at this stage by comfortable margin. Balakkiz would almost be better off just taking these last 20-30 seconds off really, and trying to see if she can launch one massive onslaught in the third and final round, because again this will have taken something out of the tank for CHERNENKO, because she's been made to work hard here. She's been made to work hard for all 4 minutes. Good right hand there from Balakkiz. But what she's relying on here, Balakkiz, is that she's going to be stronger than CHERNENKO in the final 2 minutes, and I'm just not sure that's going to prove to be the case. CHERNENKO gets that with 4 10-9s and 1 10-8, so she's got 2 10-8s actually, 2 10-8, so she's got a comfortable lead by 2 points with 3 judges, by 3 points with the other 2. So Balakkiz has got to knock her out, basically. She's got to stop her in this final round, force the stoppage. And she will go after it, absolutely she will, but I can't see her doing it.
Yeah, you can almost envision the start of this third round being Balakkiz coming out really aggressive, and then if that doesn't initially work, she will be drained, because it's already been a lot of hard graft and hard work and energy zapping, just constantly getting beaten and battered around the hands and head. And then she could end up being slow, and then again it might be worth just waiting, and then timing her onslaughts as opposed to just continually pushing forward here in the last round.
So into the third, Balakkiz behind the 8 ball here, just looking to try and keep throwing really, in the hope that something lands absolutely on the sweet spot. And CHERNENKO will know, because her corner will have told her that really she just needs to keep doing what she's been doing. She hasn't taken too many risks. She's just done what she's needed to do, which is just keep those hands moving, because she's got somebody who's always coming in, who's not going to stop coming in. And so she's done enough to make sure she's kept her at bay. She's been nice and accurate. She's thrown short, straight punches for the most part. She's got a big height and reach advantage. Hasn't really used it due to the fact that she doesn't jab particularly, and does tend to kind of lean in. Weights quite heavily on that front foot at times. Leaning in as she's backing up. Balakkiz continuing to throw, looking for a big smearing right hand, and you have to admire her perseverance here, because she looked like she didn't have all that much left, to be honest with you, towards the end of the first round. But in the third round here, she's just rolling forward, still rolling forward, as I say, just hoping she's going to catch CHERNENKO with with the perfect shot.
Now you see the way her body looked there just after that last exchange. She looks really tired because in the last 10-15 seconds she's continued to take a bit more punishment from CHERNENKO. And Balakkiz, I mean, it's tough to watch at times because she just keeps on walking into the odd outstretched arm of the Ukrainian, and the head just gets knocked back again. And again you see there, and she's stumbling forward a bit now. It's tough because she wants to persist, but it's just not going to happen for her in the final 5 seconds.
Referee could have jumped in there, I think, with that single right hand from CHERNENKO, because she looked a bit unsteady there, Balakkiz, and that's a comprehensive win for CHERNENKO. And when you look at fighters like Balakkiz and Shabina, who we saw in the previous fight, as I said about Shabina, you can win fights at a certain level boxing that way, which is basically being happy to take 1, 2 or 3 just to land one of your own because you rate your own power. You can win fights at a certain level doing that, but not here. Adjustments have to be made. A silver medal is a great achievement. I'm not knocking it, but going forward, she needs to do something different. So CHERNENKO gets it, and the Ukraine get on the board. So they join Cyprus and Romania with 1 gold medal. Good performance from CHERNENKO. She kept her composure, did what she had to do. Accurate. Heavy enough punching there to keep Balakkiz at bay. Did go down to the body as well, changed it up. Was made to work hard throughout the course of the 6 minutes, but it was a comprehensive winner. 10-9s across the board in round number 3. Now we'll have some medal ceremonies. We've got 3 medal ceremonies, and then we will wrap it up for the afternoon session and be back at 7 o'clock local time. It's 5:30 local time at the moment, so it'll be a break of an hour or so before we get the men, the boys really, I guess I should describe them as, 15, 16 years old, into the ring later on.